the person of Bola Ahmed Tinubu as a politician and the person of Bola Ahmed Tinubu as a president, is there a correlation, and how has that politicking helped in his governance? Let's start with that.
Well, to a lot of persons, it might be a master strategist. And I think a lot of people will have that opinion preceding his emergence as the president of Nigeria. Mm-hmm. But being the president of Nigeria is a dictator and not a master strategist. It is unfortunate that the same man who fought for the return of democracy is himself a democratic heathen, one who does not believe in democracy at all. A man who preached democracy but is practicing the very antithesis of democracy, the principles of democracy. And that is why a lot of politicians have decided to come together to ensure his exit in 2027. And I can tell you that it is extremely possible and very likely, unless he is going to use extra democratic means to want to remain in office. When I mean extra, let me say, like what happened in Lagos with that his boy, who went around threatening, including his wife, went around threatening the Igbos and so on, asking them to leave Lagos if they are not going to vote for the APC. Now he's in charge of the military and is going to deploy the military to intimidate Nigerians come 2027, because
these are speculations. How do you say that the president is going to use the military to intimidate Nigerians? Where are you getting this from?
Can I just explain, elucidate, please? We can see what is going on in Rivers State. And we saw a situation where the National Assembly validated illegality. But I am not surprised, because even the president of the Senate ought not to be in Senate. The Electoral Act says you cannot contest simultaneously for two separate positions in the same electoral season. But what happened? Rochas asked that same question. He's a senator. Sadly, the justices of the Supreme Court that ought to protect the court have also helped to desecrate the courts. We have justices whose lips drip with words of interposition and nullifications, approbating and reprobating. Like in the case of Rivers State, you said in the case of Obasanjo versus Tinubu, you cannot withhold allocation. But in the case of Fubara, because of your ulterior motive, you gave a judgment for them to withhold allocation. That's why I say approbating and reprobating. Supreme Court justice desecrating the very temple, the very institution they wish to protect. And in the case of Rivers State is also a very good example of the dictatorial policies of Mr. President. You first of all suspended the governor, swore in an administrator even before the National Assembly validated. And National Assembly did that with a voice vote, which is an anomaly. With a voice vote. So these are the things and point us to the fact that come 2027, or even before 2027, mark my words, you'll find out that most governors who reason a tangent, who are not on the same page with Mr. President, will be haunted by the same president. That is what will happen. And that's why I talk of his dictatorial policies. And that's why I call him a democratic heathen. You know, a heathen is somebody who does not believe in something.